Hello everyone, my name is Oksana. It's Road to Edoverse, weekly Edoverse Insider, the 58th. We deliver the news about the creation of our project Edoverse. And Tokugawa-san, could you please open the session today?
Okay, yes. Thank you, Oksana. Hello, everybody. This is Eihiro Tokugawa. So part 3 of the daimyo. I just mentioned one of the reasons for dividing up Tokugawa territory into so many smaller daimyo. Many of them were like 1 to 3% of the largest daimyo, the Maeda in Kanazawa, in terms of the their tax revenues. But you see, the one reason for doing so was to make the Tokugawa military machine less efficient in order to make more independent daimyo in the peripheries of Japanese territory feel safer. Okay, and but there was another logic to this division and then subdivision of Japanese territory into smaller daimyo, is that you see the greatest concern for the powers that be at the beginning of Tokugawa Japan that Japan had just emerged from a period of extreme anarchy, and then nearly 200,000 people went to Korea to fight the Chinese, came back without gaining anything. And then there was a battle of Sekigahara. Again, 200,000 men fought in the battlefield. And so you see, the whole Japanese society was traumatized. And men were in a very violent mood, shall I put it. So putting them into small dominions, always afraid of what the daimyo in the next valley or the next plain, next door would do to them, did help in bringing cohesion to each of the domains or the dominions. So by dividing people into smaller units, it was easier to build social capital within those small dominions. And that was probably the logic. You see, and then if you look carefully, like there is a Tokugawa Fudai daimyo in present-day Miyazaki Prefecture, right next door to the mighty Shimazu clan, as dominion in Satsuma, Kagoshima. So it is often explained that these men in Miyazaki were preparing for the eventuality of the Shimazu people making their move against the shogun in Edo. So Japan was in a frozen state of civil war, shall I say. But that tension, just like the Cold War brought a political consensus in very seriously divided United States. So pretending that Japan was not in full peace, but in a state of suspended civil war, it helped to create order. It helped to create social capital. It helped to maintain the peace. Yes, and because if the shogun had believed that those daimyo, independent daimyo at the peripheries, the Tozama, would eventually become such a threat, then he could always have destroyed them. You see, and that's what was happening all the time from the beginning. Right after the Battle of Sekigahara, the Mori, who had their castle in Hiroshima, and was also dominating Osaka Castle of the Toyotomi, so that was a legitimate government by then. They simply gave up Osaka, and then they left their territory and agreed to retreat into a domain that was only 30% of its previous size. You see, so, and several daimyo right after Sekigahara simply disappeared, and this kind of harsh treatment towards the daimyo continued well into the reign of the third shogun. So, and then, for the shogun held almost absolute power over the daimyo, but still many non-Tokugawa independent daimyo survived. So you need to explain this phenomenon. Okay, and my explanation is that, or the best explanation is that there was very strong trust between the shogun and all the daimyo, and also the main political fault line in Tokugawa Japan was not between the shogun and the daimyos, but rather between the upper samurai and the lower ranking samurai and the commoners. So the main topic of Tokugawa Japan was actually class conflict. Okay, and I think that will be enough for this week. So see you next week. And thank you, Oksana.
Thank you very much, Tokugawa-san. Also, JJ, could you please join our session today? Hello.
Sure. Hi. Hello. Thank you, Oksana. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I missed the previous weekly insider because I was keen on the LANs campaign, and then today I'd like to update something. So first of all, from my personal perspective, the LANs campaign was the result of LANs campaign was not so much sales volume as we expected, and I think there's some reason why it happens to us. So one thing is, I think the strategy of marketing was not wrong, and then we collect maybe close to 2,000 whitelists, and then many of them are interested in our project. So this was right, but I think the target zone of our whitelist was a little bit wrong. That's the reason why our campaign was not so working well. So I think the condition of NFT market is quite changing currently, because maybe some of you guys has heard of free minting. Free minting is free minting. I mean, NFT can be free, so anyone can get NFT by free. And then after that, this free minting NFT is going to be sold and transacted on certain exchange like OpenSea or like kind of Blur. And then Blur is open for the holders, especially for the holders who loves kind of derivatives. Derivatives means like long and short. So their strategy is to welcome the holders who wants to sell NFT at the lowest price in Blur, so that they can get some kind of incentives in Blur ecosystem. So it means like when OpenSea was the main and huge marketplace, anyone wants to sell their NFTs at a higher price, right? But Blur wants holders to sell the lowest price compared to other marketplace. So that's why free minting NFT is going to be quite popular, and then NFT is like getting lower and lower price. So I think this is a huge reason why our NFT holders and our target zone was wrong. So we need to improve this marketing channel and marketing strategy as well. And then the other thing is, I think we should improve the community, especially on Discord, because we did same campaign on the Edoverse and on Sign, and then we had a collaboration, right? So compared to Sign community, I think there was no one saying something about NFTs in Edoverse channel. That's I think we definitely must improve this kind of momentum and environment and phenomenon anyway. So we already found some improvement points. So maybe on the next sales campaign, I think the result is going to be much improved, I hope. And we already trying to improve our channel, improve our marketing, and improve our promotion as well. And yeah, we'd like to provide kind of something exciting, like not only like just LANs picture, not only like just explaining the utilities, like we can provide kind of image, and then anyone can imagine that, oh, this NFTs LANs NFT can provide these benefits, or this Katana's NFT provide these benefits to me, to them, to us, all of us. So those kind of communication style should be improved and changed. So we'd like to do our best for another improvement. So anyway, thank you so much for joining our campaign. And then we're still calculating how much we receive JPY in our bank account. And then after that, we are gonna provide our NFTs with minting immediately within a week or something. So this is the one thing. And the other challenge we are going to try is Chat GPT. So I have some kind of inspiration from Chat GPT, because in, for example, Fortnite space, with Chat GPT source code, Shinjuku City was built in 3 working days. So I was so surprised to see, oh, this is real Shinjuku City with Chat GPT. So why we cannot use this Chat GPT with Edoverse? Of course, we are creating our original Metaverse space, and we are creating on-chain space, and we are creating GameFi. This is ongoing, right? So of course, we are going to do that. And we got already kind of new creatives and materials from Sequins. So looks like going well. But on the other hand, we can use ChatGPT to create kind of new virtual space or kind of sub-virtual space in which the people or holders can experience what they can do in Edoverse, so that we can score this user is A, or this user B, this user S, or this user C, for example. So our basic principle is how we can make loaning to daimyo, right? So I think that's good experience space for us if we could create kind of those types of space. So I'm gonna have some conversation with our tech team, and then how we can apply our ChatGPT knowledge and experience to our metaverse space. But of course, that's a Fortnite, so it's just off chain. So it's just challenge for us to give some examples and give some nice space for all of our Edoversian. And then the third thing is Zenny market is quite nice. And then maybe last week or 10 days ago or something, Bitmart stopped for the users to trade with Zenny, but it's already recovered. And then the market cap of Zenny is around 40 million to 50 million. So nice moving. And then it looks like no one wants to sell Zenny anymore. So there's no selling volume, so only demand volume. So I think that's nice timing for all of you guys to have Zenny in our exchange, of course, or other campaign like rights offer or something. So yeah, we have many types of good news and bad news. Not bad news, learning news. So we still continue to do our best, and then we try to realize Edoverse space as soon as possible. Thank you so much. That's enough from my side.
Thank you very much, JJ. And hello, Martin. Do you have something on your mind that you want to share with us?
Hi, yeah, well, I mean, I must say I feel partly responsible for the marketing failure of the land sales. I'm sorry, as I'm ostensibly the marketing guy. So let's try and work to find a better audience in the future. But yeah, I mean, I guess what's been on my mind is I visited Hiroshima this weekend. It's the spring break, and I saw lots of signs advertising the G7 summit. So I think every time there's a big expo or a summit that happens in Japan, more people kind of focus their attention here. So that might be a nice opportunity to get some more people interested in Japanese culture. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. It seems like President Biden is going to visit a chip factory in Japan. A lot of Taiwanese chip manufacturers are actually shifting their production to Japan because of fears of an invasion by China. Yeah, that's also good news for the Japanese economy and all of us, I hope. The other thing is obviously that news came out today about the death of Ryuichi Sakamoto, which is very sad. He is one of the few Japanese people who is famous outside Japan, and has been a huge inspiration to a lot of musicians here and everywhere, I think. I was a big fan too, so that's quite sad news. But I kind of cherished figure in the Japanese music scene. I never actually met him, but I did meet the two other members of YMO a long time ago. So yeah, little connection there. But yeah, that's it from me. The other thing I'm excited about is the Dungeons and Dragons movie just came out in the USA. So it seems like it's going to be a $42 million opening weekend. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it when it comes out in Japan eventually.
Great, thank you very much. And Dominique, could you please sum up today's session?
Oh, yeah. So before I do that, maybe I think Shunta might just make a little comment on this. Yeah.
I'm sorry, because we have a team member that is going to join sometimes our sessions. His name is Shunta, and hello, welcome.
Yeah, hello. My name is Shunta. I have only one information. Next monthly Insider will start tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. In Japanese time. We have some new announcements for Edoverse, so hope you all enjoy it.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
right. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shun, to that. I think, yeah. So here's one of the core members of the Edoverse now. I think, yeah. Hope that that contributions just to the ecosystem in the future. Okay. So hello everyone. Yeah, as Gigi mentioned that actually that we have a lot of things that last week that we did a lot of efforts, but things actually get really complicated. Yeah. So FT market and the NFT market. So we see that some resilience with the FT market, just if you look at the Bitcoin market. But in the NFTs, it's a really sluggish. Because probably I think this actually continues just with over the year that actually NFT is a very not liquid market. And the FT is basically that trading every day this liquidity is very high. So that's why that the people just really now focusing on FT. It's another NFT. But still that we're developing the NFT pretty much because that we're just developing the museum now. The first museum should be the ukiyo-e museum. So you can see the ukiyo-e NFTs in the future that you can buy things. So that NFT is a little bit different from the existing NFTs because the NFTs, the people just think that it's a valuable because this is an NFT, that's in a community. But this ukiyo-e NFT is basically just that you can evaluate as an art. So, and then you know that ukiyo-e things that like Hokusai Katsushikas, it's beautiful things. And then, but we haven't seen that actually, those kind of NFT just in the market much. So you will see that the very beautiful and Japanese Edo Period NFT, ukiyo-e NFTs, and then you can buy that at very sort of the reasonable price in the future. So I hope that we can make it. That's start from June. But please just look. I'm just really looking forward to seeing the museum. At the same time, we see that Gigi mentioned that chat GPT. That's amazing, actually. Yeah. So new era came. Actually, we have to think about something very, very seriously, because our metaverse is going to be actually really just built up. And then we can utilize the chat GPT. Oh, just sorry for that. That is, we can just accelerate to build up Edo City in the future. At the same time, at the first that we saw that fortnight, as JJ mentioned, the Shinjuku City is just from the things that actually AI. This is amazing. So we can utilize it in the future. And we are now just to fill in this, and we announce it later. And now we are now started to market in the real world to the local, the municipal authorities, like prefectures, because our actually daimyo mansions is pretty much connected with sort of local cities, and then we're gonna just market just to contact with them, to introduce just into the Edoverse. And that'll be very exciting in the future. That and all the Japanese nation just can promote themselves just in Edoverse in the future. And then I have to say thank you again just for attending that campaign for the autumn on land NFT sale just toward the end of March. And of course, that Jay mentioned, and also the Martin mentioned that it's not actually result not very good. But I think, we can reconsider that what we can do in the future, and of course they'll have to improve the Discord community in the future too. So we have a lot of positive things at the same time that and then we want to just improve some existing actually our structure. So please actually just wait for a little while that we will see that the gamifications and tokenomics and everything that Edo Bars is going to be very, very active at the moment. And then so you can see that the very bright future in the Edo Bars. Thank you for everyone. Yeah, that's about from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dominique, and thank you everybody for listening. We will meet tomorrow at the monthly Insider, right? And so goodbye.